for today's build, this is what I called the Wolf's Den. For the idea for this build, obviously wolf was the theme. Mainly for this was just a fortress up in the mountains biome to kind of keep you warm, to fend off against the wyverns and the wolves and the stone golems, and just the cold, frigid north. I stuck with kind of a red theme with it. Surprisingly, didn't even mean for this. It really looks like like Solitude inspired by like Skyrim. Did not mean for that to happen. Wasn't necessarily inspired by Solitude, but I mean, it looks nice. I like the red and I like the wolves. It kind of adds to it, and I think it looks fairly nice. I probably put it at the peak of this mountain, and added all these red flags, kind of waving off the colors of these banners, and I guess you can see as all the wolf statues, definitely putting in that factor of yes, this is a wolven inspired build. And then walking in here, you have the first entrance, the gate. It's got two gates, kind of very defendable. Once they get past the first one, they have a second one they must get past, and then you're finally into the base. Getting into here, I have a lot of open space. This is more just a concept design. There's a lot of stuff that you could add to this, probably a lot of stuff that I'm going to add to it in the future. Probably down here, you could put a little workshop, putting a crafting, the workbench, and all of its necessary, like a tanner's rack and woodcutter stuff down here, and the chopping block. Over here is kind of like a resting area, a smaller building, cozy for people to sit and rest. You could end up turning this into a small kitchen of some kind, but it's just nice, cozy, someplace to rest and sit and relax. Maybe before you head off to go mine some more silver or whatnot. Now in here, this is the wolves. The place is called the Wolf's Den, and in here is the actual Wolf's Den. For all of your pet wolves, for them to relax and chill and vibe, just like the other little house for us people. This is for all of your wolves. They have these beds here. They don't really have like piles of hay or thatch or anything like that, but these kind of fit. I thought they worked pretty well, and then I used the standing braziers. Don't ask why there's wolf meat and wolf pelts. Let's just say the standing braziers aren't wolf friendly. It's okay. Now having all the banners and some wolf statues kind of help signify that in here, as well as a bunch of pelts. We have lox pelts and deer pelts laid out across the floor to keep them warm. This room definitely does keep them warm. Continuing on, we have a staircase up to the first tower. And again, nothing really inside these towers. There's nothing. This base is a little empty, but there's a lot of room to put some stuff, to fill it up with whatever you need. In here, I did use the burger spiral staircase. Now, I did forget that these exist. So at first, and I'll show that in the second tower, these I ended up making my own spiral staircase that I have used before in other builds, and just never realized that they actually added a spiral staircase to the game, which makes it so much easier. That's why I haven't been able to find spiral staircase builds, because they have one in the game already, so there's no need to make your own. There are a couple, but I think it looks nice, so I ended up using that in there. Makes it a little bit more compact and gives it more space on the interior. Now heading on next, I did use a lot of the Dwerger lanterns and whatnot. I thought they fit fairly well with this, and again, I guess that also, it keeps reminding me of Solitude in Skyrim. If you've ever played that, it gives that, again, the red banners, the wolf, wolven, vibe to it, and of course these lanterns kind of give off that vibe too, for some reason to me. And then here, it's a little cramped, but you can walk all the way under and around, and using those to kind of maybe launch some arrows down at the foes, some wyverns and whatnot, and maybe some wolves, or the cultists that will try and attack here as well. Continuing on in, you have the next interior. This is the main tower and kind of the training area. Now with these, I could probably do a tutorial build on how to make these. They're fairly simple, using the jack-o'-lanterns, or the turnip lanterns, and then a painted shield. The red and white kind of signifies a target. So this is the archery range here. And then here, I know the swords aren't facing the correct way, but there isn't really a way for me to rotate them. But yeah, these are the melee practicing for your sword and shield. Thought it looked pretty cool to do that as well. And then, of course, this is the main tower. Heading on in here, again, nothing much, but this is the original spiral staircase design that I made, and again, it's nice. I like it, but it is very big. So I'm probably going to switch this out and use the other one, just because it's more compact. And then this one is a very tall tower, heading all the way up to here, where you could put your bed, or heck, this could be a wizard tower for all I care, and you could put a bunch of vials and a cauldron and whatnot up here, and all of your magical deeds. Yeah, I was very happy with this build. This is probably this is probably the biggest build I've done so far, and probably the tallest build as well. I'll kind of exit here and give you guys a better view of the entire thing. All right, so this is the base in its entirety. Now, again, I was very happy. I started off with this main tower here, and I wanted just something tall, something just massive that just towered over on top of this mountain, and I was happy with it. Now, granted, I wish I could make it taller, but as I got up to this point here, that's when the stone started turning red and some of it started breaking, so I couldn't get any higher with the stone, but I could go higher with wood. So that's why it does have that wooden top up there. Now, I could definitely have gone higher, technically, because I could use more of the iron logs, the iron barred logs, and the wood would still have gone higher as well. But I think this was a decent height for it. And I tried adding as much detail as I could. I actually got the design for these windows here from my fiance. She gave me an idea for these, and I really like them. Kind of heading downwards, you got more of the core logs, and down further you have these iron bars with the stones kind of pushed back behind it. I thought that was kind of cool. Give it a little bit more depth rather than just having it being flat. I don't really like it when it's flat. I like when it's got depths and detail and whatnot. And yeah, I really like this design, as well as just the walls and everything. Again, having that stone pushed back and having the iron bars as like a fence line kind of adds a little more detail and depth to it. But yeah, like I said, overall, I've said this multiple times, overall, very happy with this build. Now, I will say, I'm very close to 500 subs, so the plan is, if you want to watch a kind of a time-lapse video of me building this, of this build, excuse me, wyvern, excuse you, if you want a time-lapse kind of tutorial, not really a tutorial, but a time-lapse of me building this, let's get to 500 and I will upload this. I might make it a members only, but for the first one, I might just do it. Let's get to 500, and I'll upload that that time-lapse video of me building this. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoy this build. If you do, don't forget to leave a like and hit that subscribe button, and kind of comment what other build ideas you guys think I should do. I really enjoyed building this, and maybe next time I'll do more of a dragon-themed one, or maybe just a frozen ice one, with October coming around, but at the time of this video, maybe I'll do a haunted mansion, or even a haunted castle, who knows, or even a graveyard would be kind of cool. Yeah, I've got all sorts of ideas, but definitely comment out any ideas that you guys think I should build down below, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Bye bye.